Now, when buying live rock from someone else's established aquarium, the things that you might be worried about is if they have not looked after their tank for a period of time, the nitrates and phosphates may be very high in the rock that you get. If the tank has been run very well with very low nutrients, the nutrients in the rock are likely to be very low. But in general, that is not the case. In general, the people that are getting rid of their tank usually are getting rid of their tank because they don't have time for it, and therefore they probably haven't looked after the tank very well for a while. So therefore the nutrient level of the new rock that you get from someone else's tank is likely to be pretty high. So when you put this rock into the aquarium and you start putting it into a low nutrient environment, you might find it's a very long time until you get the nutrients out of the rock, and then you start growing that beautiful purple coralline algae on it. So the only way that you can do this really is by putting it in the tank at a tiny bit at a time preferably, and then by running low nutrients. So putting in a nitrate remover and a phosphate remover and slowly stripping the nutrients out until eventually the nutrients come out of the tank. Pests are also a possibility, but pests are probably less likely in rock from another matured aquarium than it would be in wild rock. Wild rock is more likely to have manna shrimp or aptasia or whatever, but pests are also something else to just be conscious of. Bathing your rock in hydrogen peroxide is one way of controlling this. There's plenty of videos on this channel on how to do that. But in general, buying rock from an established tank is relatively low risk, but it will take time for that rock to really re-establish to be happy in your environment. So it's quite normal for you to take the rock, and regardless of what color it starts out, it will go through a phase of changing colors. It may turn white, then it may turn brown, then it may turn green, then it might turn red slime, and then it might eventually go the beautiful purple coralline, because what you're aiming for is the beautiful purple coralline. The beautiful purple coralline is once you've got the nutrients that may have been stored in the rock out, and when your water has ran beautifully with nice high calcium carbonate, magnesium and pH, and your nitrate and phosphate has been very low for a period of time. So in general, the color or look of your rock is completely a result of what your water was like last month, and you can pretty much predict what your rock is going to look like next month by what your water quality is like this month.